Hey guys, we are live now and we are with Alejandra looking for the little tree that was broken. Let's invite Michelle on the show as we are co-hosts and okay, organized. And I'll invite you as well, Alex, so you're just next to me. Yeah, you can have up to 4 people. Sometimes 4 does not work.
Okay, there I am.
So okay, Michelle's invited and then Alex invited as well. Now we might have some echo because we're next to each other, so I will put my earphones in, and then we don't get the echo. Hello, Catherine. Okay, so guys, who just? Oh, okay. Let's cut the echo. So I'll put my earphones on. Hey, Alex, it's good to see you.
Hola! It's so trippy to see you in 3 different realities right now. Here, there, and there.
This is awesome. Alex, you've found a tree a couple of weeks ago, and I saw you posted a picture, and you said like this tree has been hurt, and I'm trying to heal it. And you posted on Instagram, and I recognize the creek because I know I come for walks here often. And you said yes, that's at Tansley Woods, so that's where we are right now, and we're gonna go see the tree. Would you? You said you were doing the Oponopono to heal the tree. So would you care to tell us what the Oponopono is?
Well, the Oponopono, again, I'm not an expert on it, but I came across this technique in a book I read, and it is based on the concept that the world outside of you, outside of me, is basically a projection of the world inside of me. So I can only perceive a tree because I have the concept of what a tree is inside of me. I can perceive the concept of what an Instagram live is because I have that inside of me. Outside of the concepts that I have inside of me, everything is meaningless. Meaning maybe there is an alien form here right now and I cannot see it because I do not have the concept of what that entity or that energy is inside of me. So the technique Oponopono is a healing technique that starts with your inner world, with my inner world. And it's based on 4 phrases. It's thank you, I am sorry, please forgive me. And those 4 phrases are all about exploring how what is happening in reality that I perceive outside of me it's happening, in fact, inside of me, and it's causing reaction, it's causing resistance, it's causing emotion, or it's causing me to stop by and acknowledge that it's happening, but it's because it's something that is a strong symbol happening inside of me. And that is why this technique, I focus my energy and my intention on this technique when I encountered my little friend tree over here. I'm just arriving to it right now.
I'm just behind you. Just behind you. We can see Alex right there. Hi, Michelle. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Guillaume. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I totally resonate with the Ho'oponopono approach because it is all about what's inside of us, right? And, I always say it's an inside job. We need to start with what's inside of us, and then the outside environment for us will actually be a reflection of everything that's going on within us.
Yes, exactly. Like, where I am in my journey, I just so happened to walk by here and it made me cry. Seeing, my little friend over here, it made me cry because I'm at a moment in my life where the awareness of the human consciousness and how it's relating to the planet and the impact it has, it's weighing heavy on me. But I also think that if it's weighing heavy on me, it means that it is within my awareness to do something. Whether it is just inside of me or with my friend here, or communicating, with the right people that are ready to listen, open and aware, and learning more about, just sharing experiences.
Yes, absolutely. So you're both in the same forest right now?
Look,
That's awesome.
oh, there we go.
Now
There is the blessed tree.
talk about omnipresence and virtual realities and or superimposed realities. Like,
Yeah,
seeing each other here. I'm seeing Guy over there.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
on a different country, so
wow. Transcending time and space.
yeah.
What else do we want? Like humans, right?
Imagine if you
Yeah,
saw
it's
me.
amazing.
Imagine if you saw me pop up right behind you. That would be a true miracle, right?
The miracles are real, right, Michelle?
Yeah.
like Patricia, another Patricia that you don't know yet, Alex, but she was on the show with us last time, and she said, "Oh, the miracles," and now we call them miracles. Like they come really
Yes.
quickly, and we'd love to heal this tree that's next to you. With like, I know you've come here a lot to give a lot of love to this tree, and you even though you haven't broken it, you know, like you've created it in your reality because that's what you're
Exactly.
saying.
Yeah, that's what I asked myself. Like I'm here and I had to be the one to encounter this and feel the pain. And that day that it happened, I was walking by, it was just starting to warm up. It was still snowy that day, I remember. And I walked by through the path of the lake with my dog Maya. And I saw this tree and I thought, on some random day in the winter, a human walked by here,
Mm.
and it showed that this tree was interfering with their path. And because it was an interference, they chose to broke it, so that it could be more comfortable to walk by. And maybe that human just walked by one day, and that one day changed the rest of the life, not just from this tree, but from the environment around it. Like it changed the future right here. And then when I came across it, I had to check my feelings inside myself, not to be judgmental to another human, because judgment to another human is judgment unto myself. That was the first thing of personal healing I had to do. And then I put my hands on it and I said, I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry for creating this in our reality. Thank you for being here, for showing me what is happening. I love you. Loving is the most healing form. And thank you. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me for however I was causational
Mm.
in this instance. And so every day since, I think it's been 2 months, I walk by here and I put both of my hands. And at the beginning, it was a lot of the healing process, and now it has evolved in just like connection. I'm here. I'm here. We can move past the pain. However you want to move past the pain is perfect. If you're still here, maybe one day I would love to come and see it grow a little spur somewhere, if that's
Yeah.
still what this entity wants to do. And if no, just saying I'm here to witness you, and that's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
that's
beautiful.
beautiful. I,
Very
I, I
beautiful.
should go for a little run right now and show you a tree that's the exact replica of this tree. And there's two little branches that are growing on it with new leaves. So everything is possible, my friends.
Yes, you told me about your miracle, your encounter with one of these entities here from the
Hmm.
forest, and what you've now seen it do.
Yeah. Let's go for a walk after this. There's Sahar from Ottawa. We said greetings from Ottawa. And Sahara met last week through a friend of mine. She's an angel. She's doing environmental studies. She's doing her master's right now in Ottawa. She wants to help the plant karma movement as well, and she has her own movement in Ottawa about taking care of nature, and she specializes in birds. So maybe maybe Sahar can give us a lot of info of what is going to happen to this tree.
Yes. Yeah, welcome. So nice to meet you.
Great to have you all join us. Sahar from Ottawa. Who else is here with us? Let us know where you're joining us from.
Here where we are, GNI, it's Burlington, Ontario, so about 40 minutes from Toronto.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
And
I'm
we're
here from,
neighbors.
yes,
Thank you, Star.
and I'm here from Washington, D.C.
Ah, long ways, but also not so far
Yeah,
away. Look at us
Yeah,
here sharing a square, a small five. No, it's a 4 by 2 inch square.
yeah, exactly.
exactly.
We're
It is
all
a small
joined
world,
within
though,
our
Alex.
squares.
It is really a small world. Last time we were live, Alex, and somebody from Morocco joined us and showed us around the property. So we had the chance to see dunes and the desert and his hotel in the middle of the desert. It was truly beautiful.
It's a miracle in and of itself.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, where do you want to take me, G?
Um, what? How much space do you need? Like us, we would love to see you, Alex. Show us your art.
I could do it right there where you're standing. So,
Perfect.
yeah.
I'll
And
just
also,
move
I'll
this
take
around then.
too. I saw another little miracle, and this is what I want to shape my reality. And let that tree know that it's possible. Because look at this one too. I think it experienced some kind of trauma early in its life, but it grew this. It grew an arm. It grew life out of it, and it's completely gone. Like, yeah, but it's still alive. I don't know. It's just a beautiful thing to see. Yeah.
There are
It's a buzz.
miracles all around us. There's a tree next to my home, and maybe we'll go there another time. It's a huge tree, like even bigger than that one back there, and it's completely lying on the side. Like during a storm, it was brought down, and it's been like this for 3 years now that I've walked in that wood. It's lying down, completely horizontal, and there's a huge branch coming up, and with fresh leaves at the top.
Sahar is saying, I know of the stumps of the large redwood trees, which can be harvested for saplings
Yeah.
of the tree, and tree planters are planting these saplings to have those large, magnificent trees. Wow.
Oh, wow. So much that we don't know about how
Yeah.
they work. That so much they can teach us.
Hmm.
I'm
Thank you for
setting
Amazing.
up
that,
my.
Sahar.
So Alex is setting up. Alex has been doing
Mhm.
animal flow for quite a while now, and she's blessed us in an event that we created and came on our stage to perform. She's amazing, and she danced and performed and painted at the same time. It was truly amazing. So, guys, just welcome Alex our forest stage.
Yes,
She's gonna bless us with her craft.
our natural stage. This is Animal Flow that she's going to be performing for us.
Wow.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Bless you, my friend.
Thank you, Alex. Can you explain to us what animal flow is and how you came up with this type of yoga and dance and movement? Because this is so fascinating.
Oh, thank you. Well, animal flow, the best way to describe it is like if yoga and breakdancing got married and had a baby. That's what it would look like. And it was a discipline created in 2010 by Mike Fitch, who is someone who had been practicing breakdancing, gymnastics, bodybuilding, and other types of movement explorations. And he integrated them all and created a language. So every one of those movements that you saw can be learned individually, and they have a name. So if I was to go to Australia or to China or to Israel, someone there would know the names, and we would. It's a form of universal language, not just in the name of the movement, but also in the movement in and of itself, a form of connecting with others. I've met people, fascinating people from all over the world, that we have this thing in common. So I had been, after doing bodybuilding for 10 years, I'd started exploring a different version of who I was in movement without restrictions. However, I appreciate the discipline of learning a specific set of rules, and that's what animal flow is. It takes something that has no rules. Movement has no rules. We can move in always, and we should, like a tree, grow always, different directions, always, all
Yes.
the time. But what it called me was the structure of it,
Mhm.
and the commonality that, again, creates that if I go anywhere in the world and someone practices animal flow, we can connect at that level in that
Mhm.
discipline.
Wow.
And I started practicing in 2015, and it's part of my life. It's not just a form of dance, of self-expression, art. It can be a workout. It can be an awakening experience. It can be yeah, a meditation experience. So it truly is a multi-layered experience that I have anytime I practice that. And I can choose what to do. I can choose to just do a workout, or I can choose to create art. So
Hmm.
it's a cool game to play for me.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's beautiful. And that the fact that it's a universal language and, you know, anywhere you go, people know exactly what you're doing and you can speak to each other. That's just really
Yeah.
powerful.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us today.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
Good,
Yes, we
absolutely.
did. Now we want to do it. We're gonna have to do a class one day.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right
yeah,
here. It would
absolutely.
be so cool.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
If you,
I think the
oh,
dog back there wants to do it as well. He's looking at us.
speaking of, if the times that I practice it in a park or in a beach, animals seem attracted by it.
Yeah.
Like I could be doing it in my basement, my cats are sleeping, and all of a sudden I'll turn around and I have a cat next to it, next to me. Sorry, I don't, yeah, creatures tend to be attracted by it.
Oh yeah, you're
Weird.
speaking their language too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Quadrupedal
Exactly.
movement, hands on the ground, back to, the contact with the earth.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yes,
different
And
thing.
being on
and
all fours.
you're putting all your art in it at the same time, which is how we communicate with each other. And it doesn't matter the language that we speak. Doesn't matter if I'm talking to this tree right there. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to the squirrels. When we
Yeah.
speak from the heart, we all connect. And guys, if you want to talk to squirrels, just bring peanuts with you. They just go crazy about that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a nice introduction. It's like, hey, I'm here to be your friend.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
exactly.
brought you
And while you were
a
doing
gift.
the flow, Alex, I don't know if you heard, but all the birds around me were coming and really making a lot of noise, very excited. They were
Oh,
applauding you. Yeah.
that's so cool to learn. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
they have
You
good
know,
vision. Watching the show from the air, just
They
feeling your
do.
energy through the Instagram. It's amazing.
yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. And I had a thought this week relating to that. So, how the algorithm, it doesn't seem to like people that are multifaceted.
Hmm.
Um, so, you would do better on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok if you focus on one thing. That's something I've learned.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's where the world is. I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about from the algorithm point of view. It likes to predict humans. yet humans are not computers. We are meant to be holistic creatures, moving into and out of realms, or doing multiple things at the same time. And part of the problem has been in the past is like you're either doing a workout, or you're doing art, or you're doing cardio, or you're not working out, but it's all happening at the same time. And yeah, virtual reality, the algorithm where it is right now, there's a squirrel friend there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like that. So again, where are we losing our humanity? It's like there's this message about separating things, where I think the answer is integrating things and seeing how interconnected, things are. You, I, everything that I can perceive, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a
we're
really
so
good
much
point.
more than we're so much more than what we put out, or like try to be in a box. And like the school system, everyone has taught us to be inside a box, and there's so much that we can live
Exactly.
for. And with the spirit that we are, I know, Alex, you're an amazing artist, painter. Like, you're amazing at your dance, your skill, your craft with the animal flow. Your coach as well. Like, there's so much that you do, and it's really sad to have to limit ourselves to one thing just to please the algorithm, which is like not even human. It's a robot.
Yeah. And it's very hungry for to be pleased right now. And I see so many I've made that mistake. I see some of my colleagues investing so many hours, so much time, so much energy, and yeah, I don't know. I feel weird about it. I'm here
Would,
because you invited me.
that's beautiful. We had to be in the forest today. Would you care to
Yeah.
join us, Alex? We'll go find a tree that had the same fate as this one, and that brings hope for that tree that you found. Because Trish and
Yes.
I, so Trish is my wife and is Alex's friend. We were sitting on the trunk of a tree the other day, and we were throwing peanuts at the squirrels, because like we had like six squirrels surrounding us. And I was meditating at the same time, and I saw a tree that was a young tree that was broken in half, and there were two little branches growing from it, and that gave me a lot of hope. And then the next day I saw your picture about this tree that you found, and that's why we met today, and that's why we connected. And it's just like the universe put a sign in both our lives, because we had to connect today.
Yes, that's how it happened, eh? That day we aligned on that line of thought, on that vibration, on that concept, and that's how this forest date is happening.
Exactly. And I brought a big bag of peanuts in my backpack, so don't worry, everyone at home. We will throw peanuts for you.
So Michelle, right?
Yes, yes.
Tell me a little bit about who you are, what you do. How is it that you also are here with me, Angie?
Yes. So Guillaume and I actually met on we had a boot camp together, and it
Uh-huh.
was all about, spreading our message on the media and getting on TV, being heard and being seen. And we decided to connect after our boot camp, and we had a Zoom session. And then Guillaume said, let's just go live right now and do a little, little Facebook streaming. And so Facebook wasn't working, the streaming wasn't working from Zoom. So then we just
Yeah,
went live on Instagram. And then we
yeah.
came up with the idea of doing our Miracle Maker show every
Uh-huh.
week, just popping up spontaneously, because I mentioned to him that, I really wanted to get on the Drew Barrymore show. And,
Oh, uh-huh.
I help people declutter their lives and basically get rid of everything that doesn't serve them. So when we were talking about earlier, it starts from the inside, and then your outside
Mhm.
environment kind of manifests and it's a reflection
Yeah,
of who you are on the inside. I help people declutter their lives from the inside out. And so I said, I really want to get on Drew Barrymore's show because she loves decluttering. She's always talking about decluttering and
she's mhm.
organizing our lives. And, it's not just the physical aspect of it, but the mental clutter and emotional clutter and all the, everything that's connected.
Absolutely.
And then Guillaume said, okay, well, let's create a miracle here and let's get noticed by Drew Barrymore so we can get you on the show. So that's what we've been manifesting since then. And then the idea for
Yeah.
the Miracle Maker show came up as
Yeah.
a result. And we had one person who was watching that day and said, I think I have some connections for you. And then after that, someone else reached out and said, I have a
Yeah.
story related to Drew Barrymore. So now we're just putting it out there until we make it a reality. And yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
really
Yeah.
amazing.
And somebody else mentioned Drew Barrymore. I didn't even have to ask last night, Michelle, with the people I was talking to. And like, this is not
Really?
public announcement yet,
Yeah.
what we were talking about. But it's going to come soon, and it's going to be amazing. And they talked about Drew Barrymore, that they were doing something with her. So we're getting
Really?
closer and closer every day. The
Nice.
universe is
That's
giving us,
amazing, Michelle.
guys,
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
that for me is one hell of a miracle. The tree is growing in, like, I don't know, like the creek
Hmm.
during a flood, like, took all the dirt, and now the tree is growing in the middle of nowhere. We see all the roots. And that's something that we have to be aware of when we walk in the forest, is that this is on the ground and we don't see it, yet it's still there.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
one cool tree, but the tree we want to see is like a little further, Alex, if you want to continue our walk.
No, but what you were saying, like there's this reality on top that we see, and then the interconnectedness underground, and that's what
Hmm.
fascinates me about Tansley Woods. There's the opportunity to see how the roots communicate, how they interact with each other, what are they doing underneath the ground, the stuff that you normally don't get to see with human eyes. Unless you're a worm and can, wiggle your way in there and see what's going on the ground.
Exactly. We people are not aware of all the life that's surrounding us, and that for me is a miracle. Like the same way that this little peanut can grow into like a huge tree, and there are so many miracles around. Just in the creek right there, all the microorganisms, the little fishies.
Exactly.
There's none around right now. The little beetles that like surf on the water. They are so cool, and we don't see them if we don't stop and look. And some we don't even see because they're just so small. And if we, I have to climb right here. I'm trying to find a tree stump, but let's say this tree was dead, and now we have a tree stump that's rotting for years and years. Like the tree stump in the forest is going to rot. There are so many microorganisms and larvae and like beetles in there that will live their entire life and never see the light of the sun. And for them, that's their reality. Is inside this tree stump is all that they know. And the same for us with the universe. It's so big and magnificent out there, and we know, like, well, we know. I feel I know nothing. Some people think they know a little, but there's so much that's out of our reach, and that's why I believe in miracle. And I believe that all around us is so majestic and so miraculous. So we need to be grateful for that and be grateful for all that is surrounding us.
So I'd like to share. I there's I'm a very logical, structured person. Despite the fact that people call me spiritual, which I don't like because the moment they call me that, I feel they separate themselves from understanding me or from attempting to. They just say, "Oh, she's got it all figured out. That's why she believes and acts and behaves that way." Or call me artistic, or anyway, some form of label, which is usually positive, but it makes me feel isolated. And the oddest thing is, like, in my understanding of who I become and how I connect with different creatures and entities, I arrived through logical method. It had to make sense. I had to see the blueprint. I had to see the mathematics. I had to see the map and check with the intention and the emotions. And so they actually a person I admire is Einstein, and he's known for quantum physics and mathematical equations that have helped us transcend as humanity. But one of the biggest questions he asked, he says the most important question a person can ask themselves is whether we live in a friendly or an unfriendly universe. And depending on the answer, that's how people relate to the world around them. If you think the world is not a friendly place and there's disease and hate and pain, then you're going to behave the same way. And again, talks back to the Ho'oponopono technique. But if you believe this universe just simply by waking up and opening your eyes in the morning, it's a miracle in and of itself. That's how you're going to live your life. That's how you're going to relate to others. So anyways, that question coming from Einstein, one of the brightest minds in human history, says a lot about the integration between, the universe that we cannot see and the universe that we can see and touch and measure and quantify and qualify. So just wanted to share that.
That is so true, Alex. Yeah, if we wake up every morning and we, dread the day, then we're going to have a dreadful day. But if we wake up and we're absolutely grateful for what's to come and grateful for everything that we have, we're going to continue to have exactly that. So we can really create our reality, and it's so powerful. We have that power within us.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Also, too, we're humans having a human experience. Anything else you or I want to believe, it's awesome, because that will also tell us how we want to live our lives. But I was a couple weeks ago, I was so stuck and so caught up in my own head and my own emotions, and it didn't matter what anybody said. It couldn't have taken me out of it. I just had to go through the darkness and also forgive myself and accept that I was having a human experience, and that's what I'm here to do. I don't think I'm here to become enlightened, awakened, and if I do, well, I'll deal with that when that happens. But I'm not here to. I'm here to be here as a human. Having emotions is part of it. The positive, the negative. It's more than positive or negative. They're colors. They're colors of the experience of life. If we see it that way, then they kind of feel different. You can do art with them.
Yes. Yeah, there's so many ways to interpret it. So that's a beautiful interpretation that, is working for you. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I one of the things that I love helping people get decluttered with is the things that keep them stuck, and when they're in their own way and stuck in their head and they just can't seem to move forward, that's a really difficult place to be in. But once you remove that kind of mental clutter or emotional clutter, that's taking up valuable space in your reality, then the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, you expand, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's talk about the miracle in the tree. So here the spot. Like if you come to Tansley Woods, guys, in Ontario, in Burlington, Ontario, find this tree stump next to the creek. I'm stuck in branches, so it's hard to navigate. While we were throwing peanuts, bring a bag of peanuts, because the squirrels will just come around and they'll come running. This tree right here, that's so small, and look, it's been broken for a while. Well, now it's got 2 branches with new leaves, and 2 weeks ago, those branches were super tiny. They were just like up to here, with little like how do you call the leaves when they're really, really small and not yet bourgeon something, bourgeon in French. And now look at the branches, how they grew from this tree that looked like really dead. If you had seen it last year, it looks dead. The bark is coming off. Now there's like tiny baby leaves, and like, oh, Canada, because we have the maple tree. This is what's possible. This is our life, like, and this can like relate to our struggles in life. Sometimes you think you'll be broken, you've been injured, you've been hurt, you've been suffering, you've been I don't know, you just went to bankruptcy, you lost your wife, you lost a friend, you lost a relative. Well, we can always regrow, and we're always meant to get back up. And even the tree that's lying sideways and still growing, reaching out, like the leaves are reaching out for the sun at the top of the forest. It's really, really majestic. And this like we can learn so much from nature just by sitting and listening and like listen to what your heart is telling you.
That's really powerful. Yeah, if we believe that we can grow from any situation, then it will happen. Just like this tree. This tree didn't stay broken. This tree believed that it could grow. And there's new growth, and it's happening before our eyes. And we
Yeah.
can too. Absolutely.
I started a chapter in my book with how trees are. A tree just grows. It knows no other way. A tree is being a tree, and it will grow up and down and sideways, and it will give fruit, and it will house the creatures that, within its trunk and outside its trunk, and it knows no other way than to be just a tree. And it will die standing. And if it happens to fall sideways, it will still grow as long as it can throw roots and connect with the earth and the trees around it. It will still grow. So the the consciousness of a tree, it's fascinating. I wish I wish, I'm gonna put it out there. I wish, and I am open to connecting more with that consciousness so that it teaches me. Yeah.
Absolutely. So we can learn from it. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. It's simple yet so profound. It really is. And we as humans make things so complicated.
Humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much wisdom in nature that we don't even know, and as you said, Michelle, we complicate everything. Well, the best thing that happened in my life was to come in at this creek a year ago for just to do a mountain bike ride around the creek, and I found litter and I listened to my art. I picked it up, I put it in bags. I went to the park after to put the litter in the trash, the recycling. Somebody saw me, said, "This is so inspiring. I want to go do it as well." And then I started making videos about it because my heart was telling me this is what I needed to do. And so this forest has given me so much wisdom from coming here and meditating, and like Alex is showing us the root system under those trees that we don't know what's underground. Like we don't know what's under the iceberg. You know all those motivational posters with the iceberg and that's just the tip? Like there's so much that we don't know, and we need to sit and listen to what's and communicate with nature with our hearts.
And by the way, for everyone who's watching, Guillaume and I are going to be doing a live show on May 29th for Global Earth Cleanup Day. So whoever wants to join, we're going to pick any area within our community and we're going to be cleaning, whether it's near the water or, in a field or on a side of a street. We're going to be cleaning all together, all over the world on May 29th.
Yeah, people are joining from, so the people from Gaia First, so if you want to check their Instagram, it's Gaia First. They've organized the global cleanup, and they're a non-government organization in Paris, in France, and brought over people from over 50 countries, and we're participating as well, and we'll create a show about it. And I wish I could show you the chipmunk running in front of me. It's going to be amazing, and people from over 50 countries coming together at the same time, living in peace, like in harmony, as we're meant to live as human beings. Like for me in my heart, there's no borders on this planet. We're all the same. We're all equal, and this is what's happening on May 29th. With Gaia First and people from over 50 countries, and we're going to have Instagram lives during the day. We're going to talk about it. And Michelle, do you want to say the miracle about that you created with your client who's a bit involved with those earth cleanings?
Yes. So I have a client. he was one of the original visionaries behind the very first Earth Day that was launched in 1970. And so a couple of years ago, I was helping him get this article published. It was a piece that he wanted to put in the Minneapolis Star Tribune, and he was dictating, and I was typing it up for him, and it was about his story around the first Earth Day launch and what unfolded for him in his personal life afterwards around, his mental health. And, being that we're in mental, health awareness month, this is very timely too. And the fact that we're going to do the Global Earth Cleanup Day on May 29th, I thought I would bring him on live with us. And he lives about a couple of blocks away from me in Washington, D.C. He's almost 83. He doesn't use the computer. So he'll be joining me live from my phone. I'll ask him to come and take a walk with me outside, and we'll join you all on May 29th. So that's really exciting, and he's going to be thrilled to do it. He'll be very honored.
That's incredible how that connects with his event on the past, and he's going to be present on this one on May 29th, correct?
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's always the present, and we set an intention. It's always happening, because it was never yesterday, and it's never tomorrow. It's always the present. And when we live in the present and we're aware of it, there's so much that we can create together. And it's so amazing, Michelle, that with technology, this gentleman who doesn't even have internet will be able to go live in over 50 countries and talk to people around the world about his passion for the planet and what he created. And we're all fans of his work. We're all people who truly care about the planet.
Yes. Oh, he's going to be so honored. When I called him last month to wish him Happy Earth Day, he just said, "Today's a good day." You warmed my heart. Today is a good day. And it was so special. And then I asked him if I could share his piece that he dictated to me a couple of years ago on social media, because he doesn't have social media, obviously. And he said that would be a true honor. So to have him come and say hi and speak to you all, he would be very, very pleased to do that.
That's wonderful. So we've been waiting for squirrels, and maybe we're doing too much noise. We saw a few, right? I did put a squirrel on the screen at one point. So, well, I think for today, I think the miracles that we have seen and noticed, and being aware, brought our awareness of the miracles in nature. Well, those are the same miracles that can happen in your life, guys. And if you have been bent over, if you have fallen, if you're just like a tree, we can all grow back up. And there are so many miracles that can happen to us and from the people around us, and we're meant to share those miracles. So bless you both, Michelle, Alex, for coming today. And it's been really, really beautiful, and starting to rain, which the rain has never killed anyone. And in Washington, D.C., it looks super nice right now.
Yeah. It's really nice and warm here. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it was so nice to have you here, Alex, and share your beautiful art with us, and take us, both you and Guillaume, take us through the forest. It's just so beautiful to see. So thank you for sharing that.
I'm so pleased that I could connect with you today, Michelle, and to meet you. And now that Guy has opened up this window for me into your life, and then I can connect with you and keep an eye on what we're up to in the world, in the real world and in the virtual world. And that's how this works, eh? That's how this is meant to be used.
Exactly.
I think. Well, that's how I want to use it. That's how I choose to use it. So thank you, Guy, as well.
Bless you. This
is beautiful,
guys.
Bless you both, and thank you everyone who joined us. Thank you for watching.
Yes, and we'll be having the show from now on. I think we're starting to schedule this, so every Friday at 3:33 p.m. East. We have a lot of people that we want to invite on the show, and if you're one of them, one person that has a great story to share, you've seen miracles, you want to talk about them, or you're doing something amazing for humanity, for the planet, for the people around you, we want to hear your story as well. So just comment below miracles that you've seen, good stories that you want to share, and we will reach out to have you on the show.
Beautiful. Nice to meet you too, Sahar. Thank you for watching. Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
Yes. Bye, my friends. Peace and
Bye,
love. And
everyone.
remember, guys, when you do good, good things come back to you. Bye.
Absolutely. 1000%. Bye, everyone.